scoring at Old Trafford for Rochdale. What was that like, mate?
Talk us through the day. The day
in the life of Luke that day.
Hey guys, welcome back to More Than a Match with myself, Damani, and RH. How are you feeling, Raz?
Very well, D. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good, another episode.
Box ticking away.
We're just boxing them off, aren't we? We've got another great guest today, haven't we? Who have we got? Come on.
Luke Matheson.
Tell you what, it's gonna be a good one, isn't it?
I'm excited about this one.
What do people need to do though before we start?
They need to carry on supporting us, like, subscribe. We're nearly at 4K now, aren't we?
Yeah, massive numbers, massive numbers.
We're getting there.
I think we can get more though, with what we're producing.
Yeah.
I just feel, like you say,
It'll come.
It'll come.
Yeah.
It's meant to be, innit? And we've announced our giveaway.
Yeah, we have.
So Zeke, congrats
Zeke,
on that.
Zeke.
Yeah, congrats to the winner of that competition. He's requested some Nike boots, hasn't he?
Yep, Nike
some nice
finals.
ones, blue and white.
Decent, man.
You'll see them very soon. We'll take a picture of him with his
in his boots.
Yeah. Right, come on then. Let's get into it. Luke, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's an absolute pleasure for you to come on and tell us your story and the audience your story. So, current situation. We always like to start off with current situation. You just started, just signed for Macclesfield. What's that like? And how did it come around?
Loving it, mate. So obviously with D now, signed on Friday night last week. Been with him for about 2 weeks, is it now? 2-3 weeks, just on like a trial thing.
Yeah.
And it was, Runes kind of got in touch with me and my agent, said he wanted me to come in, said I was on a list of a few players they wanted to look at. So came in, trained like twice and then had about 8 games in like 10 days.
Mad the schedule.
So then played in the games and stuff, and then finally got it done.
Become a silkman.
Silkman. Tell you what, there's a lot of silkmen in there going on. I like it though.
Going one way, mate.
I like it.
Yeah.
What like you said, I know you come in and had a look at the facilities and the players. Like when you got in there, did you just feel like, yeah, this is a right environment, like the people, and just talk to us a little bit about that?
And it's one of them places, like, you'll know, it's like the vibe is just like it's like a family. Like anyone walking in, like, there's been loads of people who aren't like signed per se this pre-season, and everyone just like feels welcome kind of vibe. But like it's basically a full-time club, an EFL full-time club that's not where it should be, basically. So it operates full-time. Like the only difference is we train twice a week. But no, it's a brilliant club, and like it's only going up.
Is it like a fantastic like project for you as well on your journey? Like, because like you said, the club are on a trajectory, and for you it might be a fantastic platform for you to then play and then you step back up as well.
No, 100%, mate. Like you said, like it's one of them things for me. Like obviously I've had a career, I'm sure we'll touch on it, going up and down and been all over the place kind of thing. So like obviously speaking in broader terms, that what I want to do is be with Mac for as long as possible and go as far as possible with him back to where I want to be and where I have been in the past. So that's kind of the plan for things.
It's the same with you as well, isn't it? The reason why I asked that was because it's the same with you, innit? Like that rebuild, and you fell back in love with the game and you're playing your best up there, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's important to, like, everyone, there's loads of players that find that like a home. And they can always go back to. And Mac, for me, it's been amazing since I've joined, and I'd love to just keep climbing the ranks with him, and hopefully we can get into the league in the next 2 years. So
look at his smile on his face. He loves
can't wait for
the passion when you talk about it. I love it.
Nah, it's an amazing club, man. Like Luke touched on there, like it's important for players to come in and feel welcome straight away, because it's the worst as a player when you're going somewhere and you're a bit like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go, and boys are not speaking to me, because automatically that just makes you feel like I'm not part of it. But like with Mac, I think everyone tries to just involve him, no matter who you are or where you're from, what club you're from. They don't care. Like you're in with us now, and that's it. So it's an amazing club.
I love that. That's brilliant. Should we talk about something that happened yesterday? Initiation went down yesterday, didn't it?
Luke had his first initiation.
Yeah, do you want to? Are we allowed to mention it?
Yeah.
Luke, how was that for you?
It was alright. I've done enough now where it's not I'm not nervous, so it's not an issue now. But apparently I've got to do another one. That's
might have to.
Really? Has it been put to the panel?
We've got a board as well.
You've got a board, Is it had to go to the board?
It might have to go to the board.
Is it corrupt? Is it corrupt? Who's on the board?
Danny Elliott, Sam Heathcote, and Dorse.
Shock Dorse is on it.
He has to be the centre of everything.
He loves it. He'll be buzzing out this mention. Dorse, what a man. The RH loves Dorse.
No, but on the initiations, I think I used to hate doing them, but as you get older, it's like part of the culture of football. Like for people that don't know, an initiation is when you're a new player, you have to sing a song in front of the group, and it only has to be maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, but it's like a team bonding thing, isn't it?
It's very daunting. It's very daunting. Standing up, the team dinners, standing up.
Especially when you're a new player and like you know it's an away day, and you already know when you go down and you finish your dinner and you hear a ding ding, you're like, oh my god, your palms sweating. Get up, you're like that shaking your phone. You're like, I'm singing. you know a song, but you just forget the lyrics. It's scary.
We talk about it off camera, so you've got to pick a good one though, Luke. You've got to pick one where people can get involved, and you've cracked it.
That's the key. Just get people clapping, singing, and then they don't focus on you. Everyone's having a good time. You're like, yes, get in. But when you pick a crap song and everyone's like, boo, it's like, oh my god, get me off here now. Get me off here now.
Make or break, innit?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So again, like we like to start off the podcast, like where did it all start for you on your footballing journey? I know you were a local lad, Fallowfield lad. Like where did it all start for you on your footballing journey?
So when I was like very little, maybe like 7-8 years old, during like half terms and stuff like that, there was this thing called little sports coaching.
Yep.
So it's like half term. It's like a school day basically. Mum would drop us off at like 9, come pick us up at like 3. Me and my little sister would go like just kind of do like loads of sports, that kind of thing. And they had like a Sunday league team called FC Sports, and they said they wanted me to play for that. So like did trials and stuff. Ended up signing for them at like under 6s, 7s. Played for them for a little bit, and it so happened that the coach of FC Sports, who was an under-8s coach at the time, was actually a scout for Rochdale. Oh, nice. So he said, we want you to come down, do a 6-week trial and stuff like that. So went down, did the 6-week trial, played a few games and stuff, ended up being about 10-12 weeks, so it's just one of them things. Ended up signing under 9s, and then was with Rochdale all the way through until 17, like came straight through the academy.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
It's mad how like you go somewhere just enjoying the sport, and then the right place, right time, someone sees you and says, do you want to come down with us?
It's good, isn't it? It is. It's like natural as well, isn't it? Because you at that time, you probably don't have any thought of that. You just you and your sister.
You and your sister having fun playing football, and then the next minute you're in an academy.
How they can spot that your talent though, and go, you know what, he might have something. Like that, I find that very insightful as well. Like, because again, if he puts the hat on you and you go in there, you've got to like do your thing, don't you? And you've got to kick on, and to be there from 9s all the way through. Like, what age were you when you made your debut then? 15, 16?
15.
15.
How was that?
It was kind of a whirlwind, because so obviously I was still in like high school at the time. So I'd been in school that day. So I knew like I was going to be, it was like, what was it called at the time? Like a checker trade at the time. That competition. Yeah. So I knew I was going to be involved in it. I didn't know to what extent at the time. So I got to the stadium and stuff. Said the team, I was on the bench. So like buzzing out, like 15 buzzing to be on the bench.
It's amazing,
And unfortunately, about 10 minutes in, the right back, like, it was like a diagonal. He'd got into this collision, like Mad Hendry. I think he actually broke his skull in the end.
Wow.
And then, so like me and like another like left back / centre back, like a first teamer, like 25, 26 year old, went to warm up. And the gaffer, like, they shouted down. None of us heard him. Shouts again. I'm like, is he talking to me? Like, so then I ended up coming on after about 10 minutes.
What did you feel then when he was shouting your name? Like, oh my
just God. Like whirlwind, do you know what I mean? Because I've never even been on the bench, so I didn't know like what was happening. Just whirlwind, sprint down, took off my like jumper, and I, before I knew it, I was on just playing footy. Do you know what I mean?
Just doing something
That's
you love.
I mean,
Maybe that helped though, that you wasn't involved.
Couldn't think about it.
Correct.
I had school
that
the day, like I was in lessons and stuff.
You was busy the whole day. Imagine like you're starting, and then the game's later on at night, and you just sat there thinking, oh my God, what if this, what if that? Playing out all these scenarios, what are probably not going to happen. But it's mad how fast it happens though, isn't it?
It's brilliant. Like, I know Dan had said we had Dan on, and we spoke about he was in school as well. When I just can't get my head round. Like, you're in school like 1 minute, and then you're playing you're playing like professional football, and that is mad.
What was it like the next day in school when you made your debut?
It's just like a few congrats and stuff like that, and it was before like Fabrizio was massive. He like tweeted about it, so like my mates who were like big like football Twitter people, they saw his tweet and they were like, oh my God, Fabrizio tweeted about it. Class. But it wasn't like massive because I'd been in and around it a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, I'd trained with him at half term and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a good experience, man.
What was it like, you went all the way through? What was the environment like in the academy and stuff? What was the coaching like, and how did it shape you, like, with your football to today?
Nah, it was brilliant. It's like Rochdale was like they were punching above their weight at the time with academy players. So it seemed like every year they were churning someone else. So like it was, you know, you had Jamie Allen one year, then it was like Callum Camps, and then it was like obviously Dan, myself, Aaron Morley, you know, people like that just kept coming through. So there was a pathway there. So like my dad and my mum don't know anything about footy. Do you know what I mean? So like you have to trust the people that were there. And the academy manager, Tony Ellis, he was like unbelievable with me. Like let my dad know about everything. Like wasn't, you know, like snide with anything. Was like dead honest with how it was going to be. So like it was brilliant. Like I can't thank him enough. Like I am where I am today because of Rob.
That's amazing.
It's tough that, because like you said, like some parents don't know much about football, and you're on the verge of like 15 making your debut. You're classed as like a prodigy, like the next big talent. So then for you it's overwhelming, but then for your parents it's also overwhelming, because they'll be getting so many messages off people like, oh, let me represent your son, let me do this, and then from there it's like they don't know much, but you know what, agents and stuff, people like that, they just say what you want to hear. So then it's like, what do I do? Do you know what I mean? So it's good that you had someone like that, and it's a credit to the club as well, because they don't have to do that. Do you know what I mean?
He's got a fantastic reputation though, hasn't he, Tony Ellis?
Tony's brilliant. Like I don't think you'll ever meet someone who has a bad word to say about him. Like he was an unbelievable player as well, and just to like be that guy in the academy who just, you know, you could go to, but if you did something wrong, you know, he'd tell you as well.
Like strict and
he was brilliant.
I've heard so many people like talk, not even like just Rochdale lads, people within the world of football talks really well about Tony Ellis, and Chris Beach as well. They speak really well about him. I think the coaching, we talk about it all the time, especially from a young age, and teaching them fundamentals, like you said, that shapes you. And like you said, you were as a person, and speaking to your parents, that helps you through the journey as well. Because not everyone's educated, are they?
No.
So it's like it's massive for people to understand
and have the input. Like you need them people around you. Do you know what I mean? Because like there's so many people out there. Like myself, my mum don't really know much about football, and my parents, my grandma didn't. So it's like, it's you yourself, like as a player, like you think, you just learn, don't you? You think, I don't really want to go to my mum, or because they don't know. So it's not like hard. I don't want to go to you, but you won't understand because I'm in it, and I can kind of get my way around it, but still
even them
learning.
though, because they won't feel satisfied because they can't give you what they want as like parents or, you know, grandparents.
So it can be hard for a player, because sometimes you feel stuck, and that's when you do turn to agents or this or that, because you feel like they've got your best interest in heart, when sometimes it's not like that. It's like, right, he's a player, big player, where can we get him, where can I get the payday? So like for people out there, just don't rush into any like agencies. Ask the clubs and stuff like that,
and experienced people who know the game in and out. I think Dee makes a fantastic point there, because if your parents are not educated, what about the senior lads sort of in the first team at that time? What was they like with you?
I mean, it was difficult because obviously I wasn't there all the time, because I was like still in school and stuff. It was more so when I transitioned to being like a first year scholar, that I was with the first team like full time basically. And players like you know Hendo and Jim Manotti was a player at the time, kind of really took me under their wing. But what really helped me transition as well was one of the academy coaches who was an assistant, who when BBM got the full-time job, he was an assistant with BBM, took him to be his assistant from the academy. Brilliant. So he'd been my 15s and 16s coach and like youth team coach.
So
I knew him, so he really helped that integration kind of thing. But now like players like Hendo were like just so good with young players at the time, because there was a few of us as well.
That's brilliant. Brian Bannon Murphy, you're on about with BBM, aren't you? Just so the viewers understand, he went to Man City from,
I believe so.
From Rochdale. He's a good gaff. I don't know where he is now, because didn't he go to Leicester as well? I think he went to Leicester as well with Nistelrooy. I have to check that out. The More Than a Match research team will have to get onto that one. The lads there, producer. I hope he's right. I hope he's right. I hope he's right. Right, we may as well talk about it. I watched it before we even went live, and I was like, come on. I was like, and all this, like scoring at Old Trafford for Rochdale. What was that like, mate?
Talk us through the day
in the life of Luke that day.
So it was kind of a weird one. So like my debut, I was in school. The United game, I hadn't been in school. So what I kind of did. So my mum and dad are both teachers, so wanted to do A levels. So I went to the sixth form of Trinity to do A levels, and the agreement was with the school, because obviously I was full time at this point. Every Wednesday, so the Wednesday was our off day. Every Wednesday I'd go into the sixth form, just have a normal day at school. But then coming up, like building up to the game, you do your shape and that sort of thing. On Tuesday we'd done shape. And I spoke to Jim like after it, does that mean I'm starting kind of thing, because I'd been in and around it but I hadn't played loads at that point in the season. So Jim, does that mean I'm starting? I was like, yeah mate, it means you're starting.
My God.
My dad ended up calling the school and was like, he's gonna play at Old Trafford tomorrow. Is it alright if he has
is it alright?
It's unbelievable.
And the school said and they actually had the school had 20 tickets.
That's
20 like year 8s or something.
That is amazing.
Brilliant.
I love that.
And like the head of Key Stage 4 and all that had gone. Met the team, got the tram up to Rochdale at the time. Met the boys and got the coach. Ended up, going to Old Trafford. We got there hella early, because everyone wanted to experience it.
Changing room
everyone taking pictures and stuff. And then kick off. I remember, so the ball went back to the midfielder, and then the midfielder passed it to me. I took my touch, and like it felt like the world froze. Genuinely, felt like I took 10 minutes on the ball. Passed it back to the centre back, completely normal. Watching it back, it's like the most normal thing ever. But in the moment, it's just like, oh my God,
I'm here.
This is crazy. And then obviously, I kind of messed up in the first half. I should have got an assist, and I didn't play the ball quick enough. So that kind of got me ramped up and stuff. And then obviously
the finish is very good, we had it on, didn't we?
Oh my God, it's class.
As it comes over, little sidey and that.
It helps you, shouldn't it?
Nah, mate, the technique was class, and then the knee slide. He said he nearly went down the hill as well, didn't you?
It's dangerous, that, to be fair. What is it like, that? So that feeling of you, I bet that's every kid's dream, to score at Old Trafford, and you'd done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just kind of it was one of them things where it just happened. Do you know what I mean? The ball, just seen the ball, kicked it, and then it was like, oh my God, this is.
It's actually
that feeling, feeling, and it was at the perfect end as well, because the fans was when you're in the away, obviously when you're a fan and you're watching at Old Trafford and you think the away team score, that'll be the perfect end, just because you can tail off, and that's what he did. Come on, they did a knee slide.
Everyone's jumping on it. It looked amazing. The fans were just bouncing as well.
I think there was 65k as well there total. There was maybe I don't know exactly the numbers, but maybe 6-7 Rochdale fans there. Wow. My mum and dad's sister all crying and everything. It was mental.
Such an occasion for yourself and your family, and I bet everyone was so proud.
That's something you can tell your kids one day, I scored at Old Trafford. I mean,
that's a life-changing moment, isn't it? It's and there's like you said, everything's on YouTube, and it's there. That can never be taken away from you.
So, would you say your life did change after that?
I'd say so. The media team at Rochdale, there's a lady called Leanne at the time, and Greg as well. They would try to protect me, kind of almost. So after my debut and stuff, I didn't really speak to people, that kind of thing. Tried to shield me from it all. And she said after that there was just
no shielding.
There was just nothing I could do. The next day I was live on BBC. The next day was live on ITV with my dad, and messages here, interviews here. The Athletic spoke to Rochdale, and a guy from the Athletic followed me around school for a day, and did a report on me. So it's just blew up kind of.
Was it overwhelming for you? Were you thinking wow?
I don't think it was overwhelming is the right word. It was just a surreal kind of experience, if that kind of makes sense. It didn't feel oh my God, leave me alone, because it was
you take it.
It's new, it's new to you.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
So then, so the next day in school, what was that like? Because bloody hell, that's
doing the Conor McGregor walking. That's what he's doing. I'm here, guys.
Turn up at 10 past.
See me go.
It's been for 9.
Yeah, he didn't get his late mark that day, did he?
What was it like in school?
It was a bit peculiar, because obviously my mates and stuff are it's just normal, but because to get across to the other building you had to walk across the main yard and the amphitheatre where all the year 7s and year 8s were. And my old form tutor at the time caught me, and the first day after was walking over with me, and this bundle of like year sevens came up with like their planners and stuff, like asking me to sign it and stuff, and he was like, no, he's not signing anything, and then just more came. He's just like, just sign them all. I ended up signing them.
What a moment,
mad,
mate.
that, you know.
What a moment.
The year 7 posse behind it. Come on, lads, go on.
Yeah, the year 7's trying to sign the planners. Hey, tell you what, fair play to him.
It's class, that's amazing.
It's an amazing. I just want to take you back to a point. You said you got the tram.
Yeah.
So this is where my mind works. So you're on the tram going to Rochdale to get the bus on your own, and then you're playing at Old Trafford that evening.
Yeah.
So like, what is going through your mind on that tram?
It was just like, I'd just done it, I'd done it all the time. Like, I was used to it, I had to, my dad would get me, it was like, the Igos at the time, like a little cheap ticket and stuff. So
it's brilliant.
Just getting on the tram. No one knew who I really was at the time. It was like after, when it was
couldn't
like...
get the tram.
Couldn't get the tram.
Couldn't get the tram then, could
Dad, you have to pick me up.
Got a driver. Let's still give him a driver. Big Viano was outside his house.
Get rid of the Igo.
Big Igo gone, Viano in. No, that is so
mental,
good.
That though. Like you said, it's such a surreal moment. And when you look back and watch that video, do you think, like, do you still get that little same feeling?
Yeah, like, when you get goosebumps and stuff like that, when you hear the commentator and like the roar from the fans and stuff.
That's mad.
I was buzzing watching it before we went started recording.
It's
It
mad,
gives you a bit of a boost, doesn't it?
Is there a moment like that in your career when you thought like, oh, bloody hell, like, gives you goosebumps? You think
your
debut.
Yeah, your first start, I think.
You said you was the best player on the pitch.
No, I never said that.
You did. That's
I never said that. Are you trying to kill me on here? Never said that. You're bad. You've done this quite a few weeks now. The viewers are noticing you coming for the RH.
I'm not coming for that.
Now your first start, I think.
Yeah.
Your first start, and if you come off. So it sounds a bit stupid, but if you get your first start and then come off and you get a good reception.
Yeah.
And you take it all in, that's when it sinks in.
It's a nice. I think that's a nice thing. Do you know, like, as a player, if you play good or you play bad, and then you come off the pitch and everyone's like clapping.
It's the best feeling ever. When you're young, but that's a good point. When you're young, though, like now, like if you experience, you'll give them a clap.
Yeah.
When you're young, you don't know what to do. Do you?
I used to put my head down and just run me.
Running off like that, you're just sprinting off. Knacker.
Sprinting off to tell him to waste time. I'm sprinting off.
all the like senior lads, they know how to do it, don't they? Take it slow, nice clap. When you're young, you're like, see you later, guys.
Run.
Yeah.
It is mad though, isn't it?
What about you?
Debut.
I
think like you said, like when the manager called me, I was like, I had that thought in my head, I might not come on, but I'm just taking the moment, like I'm on the bench, like what the hell is going on? And then he called me and I was like, oh my God, I'm on. And then when you stand at the side,
take it all in.
You everything just went so quiet. It was so weird. It just went quiet and I was like, this is mad, this. Like, I'm going on. I went on and I was like, first touch, please be good. Please be good.
Guys, if you didn't know, the man is on about making his Europa League debut.
Cheers, right,
I don't know if anyone knows on this podcast, but Damani has played in Europa League. He's not mentioned it. He's not mentioned it, but...
Cheers, right? Just dampening it's alright, it's dampening. But we're talking about good moments in my life, and he's just dampening it.
Getting you back, mate. It's 1-1 this episode. So naturally, you're doing well. Young player in the first team environment. Obviously, clubs, I can imagine knocking at the door, and then eventually, you decided to go to Wolves.
Yep.
Was there any other clubs in for you?
Not that I explicitly know about. It all happened dead quick. So my agent, because obviously I was still like a minor at the time. Yeah. My agent was more in contact with my dad than me.
Okay.
So my dad knew about it. It was the end of Jan that I signed. My dad knew about it maybe from like the middle of Jan, that Wolves had serious interest, and decided to shield it from me because obviously I was playing week in, week out at the time. And then later in the month they like made a bid and like made an offer, and they were like, this is getting real, and it was literally within like 3-4 days. Everything was done.
So at what moment did your dad share that information with you then? Because like you said, he protected he protected you at the start, rightly so, because again, you're a young lad, you just wanted to concentrate on your football. You don't need none of that outside noise. But when was the point where you're like, listen son, like this is serious, like these are in for you?
I think it was at the point that Rochdale had accepted the bid.
Okay.
They were like, there's genuine, like it's not just like I'd had loads of like rumors, scouts and stuff and stuff in the paper, like that kind of thing. But no one had actually put in an official bid. Yeah. Wolves did that, and that was the point where we need to tell him now, kind of thing.
What was that like then? Like again, doesn't really matter about the fee, but £1 million, you go there. What's the expectation like for you going from Rochdale then to Wolves? Like, what was that like for you? Like, because again, not that you think about it, but you're an investment to the club now. So does that take into consideration when you walk through the building?
Or does that put pressure on you? Do you feel like, obviously you might not know much about the price tag at the time, but like looking back now, do you think that put a bit of pressure on you?
I think I was just so excited to, you know, like, because for me, I'd been with like England and stuff, and it was always, you know, United, City, Chelsea, Arsenal boys, and then it was me at Rochdale. So you hear about these boys speaking about what it's like and stuff, and I was like, this is, you know, finally happening to me. I'm finally going to the Prem. So it was more like that overriding excitement and nerves as well, because I was still like a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like my dad, I passed my driving test the day before as well. Like I signed, and my dad drove my car in for me because I didn't want to drive my first drive to be down to sign it to Wolves. But it was just so more nervous and excitement kind of thing. I don't feel like I've really ever felt that price tag pressure. If you will, if that makes sense.
And just going back there, like you said, to play for England. And to come from Rochdale, that is like...
It's a fantastic achievement.
It's such a massive achievement, like you said, because it's not... You said it's like Arsenal, City, United...
It's all the Cat ones in it.
Yeah, really. And you got Luke Matheson, Rochdale.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That.
What was that like in the camps?
Because it gives players at Rochdale and like the lower team, like the lower league players, you can still play.
Yeah,
there's hope because you've done it. So that's a credit to you, that.
Yeah.
What
was it like going into them England camps and, like you're saying, having all the Cat 1 players and you being at Rochdale? What was that like for you?
It was a bit tough at first because obviously like I first went when I went for under-17s camp and it starts at 15, so a few of the boys had already like you know, like known each other and play against each other. I didn't play against any of them.
Bit of an outsider coming into that.
Do you know what I mean?
Group,
like that kind of vibe. But there was another lad from Wigan, and I ended up being in a room with him. You know Joe Gelhart? Ended up being in a room with him, and he, like, you know, was sound as anything. Took me under his wing. But yeah, it was always you did feel like
daunting. It was a bit daunting.
That thing of like that dark cloud. Like, oh, he's from Rochdale. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like the lads thought that?
I don't know if that's just me thinking it, because no one actually, you know, no one says it to your face or anything.
Like you just
feel out of place. You know what I mean?
It's natural, that though.
Yeah, it is natural. Because like you said, these are all big teams. Like, and you think, oh, like I'm small fish in a big pond, innit? But it's not
in terms of club wise, but not like ability,
technically ability wise. You're here for a reason.
Exactly.
Correct. You won't behave if you weren't good enough
in you. So, but it's a good point you just made there.
Was there any noticeable like players in that England setup with you? Any ones that have gone on to?
So it was like Cole Palmer, Harvey.
Not a bad name, was it?
Morgan Rogers.
Oh, bloody hell, he's wheeling them off here, innit? Carry on. Any more?
Nonny was there as well. James McAtee. Like that was kind of like my age group.
Not a bad group then, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, didn't sneak in the back door there, did it? He was obviously there for a reason. Bloody hell.
Them players.
Not a bad group, is it?
Yeah, it's good. That.
Nah, it's amazing. In terms of, like we're saying about you landing at Wolves, you going into that building, what was that like the first few weeks in terms of the training, like the intensity? Like, did you think, wow, I've stepped up another level?
It was weird because I first went to train with the 23s on group 3, which was like the players who were going to go on loan at the time, and it was a really weird dynamic because it felt like from the very start I'd almost taken somewhat of a step back because I'd played like 25-30 games in League One at the time, and that's what they were all trying to get to. Do you know what I mean? Like definitely. The 23s were trying to get loans to there. So that's kind of the point where I thought, like, I've already passed that, if that kind of makes sense. I've played men's footy. That's what everyone wants to do in that environment. So I wanted to get back out there, kind of thing. I didn't want to play 23s, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that was one of the questions that I was going to mention. Like, when someone like Wolves comes in for you, when you're at Rochdale, and that's no disrespect to Rochdale, it's very hard to turn down, isn't it? Yeah. But at that time, you're playing in League One. Like, do you look back now and think, like, for your footballing development, like, was that the right thing to do? Do you understand what I mean? That's a really, like, tough question, but like you've already identified there, like, from the first few weeks, like, you're training with, like, lads who are going out on loan. You played in League One. So, like, so difficult to turn down, but for your football development, was it really the right thing to do?
I think it's one of them, like, on signing day, you know, like the sporting director and stuff told me all this thing about how it was, you know, Matt Doherty at the time, and then they viewed me, they wanted me to learn, and then eventually, you know, hopefully if everything went right, mould into that position kind of thing. And I don't think that ever really came into fruition or ever really, you know, kind of happened. It felt like there was never actually really a plan, if that kind of makes sense. It was just like I was bought, kind of thing. Obviously it was in the Jan, so I went straight back on loan to Rochdale at the time. That was the COVID season when it was all messed up and stuff. But it was like, so my first 6 months there, from the like September when everything kind of reopened until the January, I played more games so I could still play for 18s at the time. I played more games for England than I did for any Wolves team in 6 months, and I've just literally been bought.
That's
so
mad,
it was like it felt like I'd straight away just taken this massive step back. And it was like really tough to deal with as well.
So
I can imagine,
like you said that it's tough to deal with. Did you speak to your dad about it?
I spoke to my dad about it and stuff, and it was just really hard because like it was amazing being at Wolves and stuff, but
environment and stuff.
I'd passed.
I agree.
Definitely.
I totally agree. I totally agree, because that was the one thing that I was going to ask you, because like again, you're a League One footballer so young, and you go there, you with the loan players or the 18s or 21s, you're past that. Like you're on a trajectory where like if you carry on playing
first team football,
but he's already a first team player because you played 25 games.
Like,
know what I mean?
Like Prem. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no, definitely.
You are getting to that. Like
stride for that. But like
that just would be so frustrating, like you said, because
but it's very hard to turn down. You know, like if a club like that comes in for you,
it's a bit of a. It's an awkward one. It's a weird one.
It's a weird one. And again. What the hell? Again, we like to educate on more than a match. Like for anyone, like academy players that are like in a position where they can do that, it's very important for them to think about a pathway. Like you said there, whatever they spent a lot of money. If they don't have a plan for you, then that's a problem, isn't it?
It's tough because it's like it makes you start doubting yourself. Like I'm starting to question whether I'm actually a good footballer, whether like someone's just, you know, splashed a load of cash and not actually thought about it. So then that's when, you know, self-doubt and that confidence issues start creeping in. And that's when it gets really tough, and you know, especially if you're not playing, you don't actually have a platform to rebuild that confidence.
And also you're in a totally different environment now. Like you don't really know anyone.
Just moved away from home in COVID, so everything's.
Did your parents move down with you?
They couldn't at the start because obviously you had all the different households and stuff. So I was my own household at the time, so I was literally a 17-year-old kid just moved like an hour.
But hard with work as well, like being teachers. It's
this what I mean. So like all this is happening in such a small period of time, like where you would have thought, Wolves have come in for me. I'm gonna do this. You would have had a plan. I'm gonna do this, and I'll be here. Instead, it's like I'm here. I'm doing this. Like what's next? Do you know what I mean? And then did you ask to go on loan back to Rochdale?
I would have wanted to, but they said they wanted me to stay because it was when Nuno was the manager and they were playing the back five. They said they wanted me to stay and kind of like I'd never played wing back before. They said they wanted me to stay and learn that right wing back position. So I was, you know.
Oh yeah, now you have to change your game.
You're 17. You know, you've just signed for Wolves. You want to play for Wolves. You want to take that next step with Wolves. So that was my kind of thinking behind it. You
know what sticks out to me there is, like you said, like self-doubt starts kicking in. You should never be in that position when you've been bought from a Premier League club, should you? You should go the other way where it's like, I'm in a new environment, this is a new lease of life, and let's try and get that. It's
that
tough.
That fire comes like, what's next? I want to do this now. But like you said, like you're a young kid, been bought, you're moving away from your family, your whole life is changed now because you're classed as like you're in the Prem now. Do you know what I mean? And your goal is to stay there, but then it's tough because you like football. Football's so unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen, or you don't know if it's the right move, is it the wrong move until you do it, and then that's how you learn.
Was was you with the first team at any stages of
Not for a prolonged period. No. It was just like, you know, if they needed numbers on a match day, like a +1 or whatever. Did you
manage to build relationships with them or nothing?
Nothing at all. The only one that ever really spoke to me was like Connor Cody or John Ruddy, and that was really it. It was kind of like it was tough. It was really tough because like the 23s were their own bubble away from the first team, so it was really tough to ever like anyone integrate
so
at the time.
Would you say it was like the England again? Like you're this boy from Rochdale again, and now you're going into this environment, like you felt a bit more of like an outsider again?
I feel like I never ever really got on, like made relationships with anyone at Wolves. It's really hard to describe, like without you experiencing it. It was just like really, really difficult to ever really kick on, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's interesting, and we appreciate you sharing it.
Also, you're so young.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you have to deal with this yourself because your parents can't come down, and like it's all right phoning your parents and speaking to them, but it's not the same when they're there because it's that comfort knowing that they're just there. Do you know what I mean? It's tough. That really. It's
a very
tough.
unique circumstance as well, because again, like you said, there should be a plan in place, shouldn't there? Like a pathway. Like if you're bringing someone in for that amount of money, or it's an investment, regardless of the money or whatever, it's an investment. You're a young lad and you want to try and get in their first team. If you don't know a plan, that's for me that I can't get my head around that. That's tough.
Or your father or your dad, if they didn't tell him like, listen, this is what
this is
what we're
plan.
gonna do for him. So then he can relay that to you in how you would understand it. Say, listen, son, it might not be doing this right now, but in 2 months, 3 months time,
it'll come fruition.
It will come. Don't worry, like keep your head up, and that would put your mind at ease. Saying, do you know what, I'll just stick it out. Like things are not going my way now, but I know what's coming. Instead of just being like, what's happening, Dad? Like I'm down here by myself. I want to come home. Like I shouldn't feel like this. I've just been bought. Like I just want to play football. That's all you want to do. And you've got to a place where you think, all your hard work, you've got to the Prem. You've got to the Prem, and you want to stay there. But then you feel like you've took a step back and you're like, what's going on? Why?
Even training though, how you've identified that training. So then you go back to Rochdale on loan. Like, what was that like going back into that sort of environment that you've just left?
That was after the Jan. So I didn't actually ever go with Wolves when I was bought. So they bought me in the Jan,
there,
and I went straight back on loan.
Oh, brilliant! That's fantastic. That's brilliant.
It was only in the summer after the season ended that I was with the 23s, if that makes sense. And it was't like they were bad players. Do you know what I mean? Like they were really good players. It's just that they were all trying to do what I'd done. If that makes sense.
And then we're like injuries as well, because that would have played a massive part.
So at the start of that pre-season, I like rolled my ankle and stuff. So that was like a little like 3-4 week. So I missed the start of pre-season, and I was always playing catch up kind of thing. And then my first big one was that January. So I finally got like a loan move. It was when Ipswich were in League One. Got the move to Ipswich, like buzzing, like this is where I want to be.
Definitely,
buzzing, like drove down, like amazing, like because my dad's from Norwich. My dad's a Norwich fan, so it was like a bit, a bit of a weird one.
Sorry, Dad.
I know. So drove down and stuff on the Tuesday, trained Thursday, Friday, and straight in on the Saturday played. Didn't play on the Tuesday, then played the Saturday again. Like got 2 games in.
Brilliant, yeah.
And then there was a change of manager, so Paul Lambert, who'd brought me in, he left, and then Paul Cook came in. First session with him on the Friday, tore my LCL. That was season done. Wow. So I just finally got going again. It's just like boom, like.
But like you said there,
football,
you went to Wolves and you felt like this is not what I want. No, this is not what I plan to do. But then you end up back in League One. You think, right, this is it. Like
back where
this is why I've waited this long. Like it's come back in full swing now. This is where I should be. You play. You're happy. Did you feel like you was involved in that? Like compared to Wolves.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%. Like this is what I was used to. Do you know what I mean? I was used to being the young kid with all the older players. That's what I'd known.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and then football is football.
It
happened.
Injuries.
So what was going through your head then when you'd done your tour?
It was just like, oh my god, is this actually like real? I was just like, oh my god, I just want to get back to playing. Like I didn't realise at the time that my season was going to be over. I was just like, let me rehab. I might make the last few games of the season. They were pushing for playoffs at the time. I might get back and be involved, that kind of thing. It was only later in the season when it was kind of like, I'm done here. Like there's no chance. Like I wasn't even on the grass, and there was like 3 games left. That kind of thing.
What's that like in terms of, like we always talk about as well, that mindset when you're injured? It's a very lonely place when you're injured, like, and you're trying to stay positive by going, get back for three or 4 games, but one that it sets in and it's like it's not happening. Like what are you like then? It's just like soul destroying.
It was tough because that was my first, like, I'd never been injured at Rochdale, like ever, apart from like did my ankle in the academy and that kind of thing, but never like
a long-term
one. So that was my first like experience of that, and it was like the Wolves physio department was like night and day between what you see at the like we did gym in a lacrosse court at Rochdale at the time kind of thing, And then Wolves were throwing all these gadgets and stuff, that kind of thing. So it was like, whoa, this is like really cool kind of thing. So it kind of like took my mind off it.
Yeah.
But it was annoying because like Ipswich never like really announced it kind of thing. So it was just like I kind of just
you're not playing
back.
Everyone's like,
where's Luke?
Yeah,
what's
everyone's
happened to
just
Luke?
thinking different things and saying, oh, you know, why did he come here kind of thing. And everyone's like making their mind up without knowing what's actually happened.
So they didn't put a statement out to say that you got injured and you've been sent back?
No, they didn't say anything. They didn't say anything at all. So
that's tough.
No one knew outside of that like Wolves circle.
So like you would have been on social media then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So mentally, for you, seeing like all these comments and stuff like, where's Luke? What's he doing? How did that make you feel?
It's just like it was tough at the time because you're so young, and all I'd known up to that point was positivity. Like all anyone had ever had to say was nice things. Like you try to avoid it and stuff, but you know you're just scrolling, you know, through.
It's
and
hard to avoid.
You can't avoid it without deleting the app.
Yeah, definitely.
All in all, so like players do see things and stuff, and it genuinely does have an effect on people.
100%.
Especially when it's constant. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't defend yourself. You can't retaliate. You just expected to accept it. So it was tough for me because I just wanted to let people know that I'm
injured.
This is a situation.
Here. It's not like I'm just gave up on the club. Like I can't walk, let alone play, kind of thing.
That's so mad how they didn't announce it.
What was it like the rehab then? So knowing your season, like when they told you like Luke, your season's done. What's your thoughts?
You just can't wait to get back. I'm just like, all right, this is this has happened. It's a one-off. Like I was super unlucky with it. You know,
happened.
Stay positive. Positive mindset. Yeah.
There was another lad who was injured with me at the time, and you know we got quite close and that kind of thing. Yeah. So we were rehabbing together. I'm just like, can't wait to get back.
Keep pushing each other.
Keep going, kind of thing.
It's important to try, like as hard as it is, to stay positive in a negative situation.
You've got to.
You have to, because if you don't, them long injuries eat you up.
Yeah. It's the worst feeling when you're injured.
Because like all you know is football. And when you can't play football, it's like, what else do I do?
Yeah.
Like, what can I do?
It's the worst when you're in the gym and you're just watching the lads on the grass and you're like on a bike or...
Yeah. Honest to God, when I done my ACL and we was at Litterton Road, I was on the watt bike and it was outside, but I could watch the session and that was just killing me.
So distracting.
Like when the scoring goes and the celebrate, I'm like, I just want to go home. Like I can't even do this. Like this is just...
It's harder being injured than it is when you're fit. Like even the fitness element of it as well. Like the targets and stuff.
You got injured in pre-season. You done your ankle and you're playing catch up. Like that pre-season is so important for players because you're always catching up, always playing catch up, and that fitness compared to pre-season and games is totally different.
100%. Yeah. So then, leading on from there, you had a few other loans.
Yep.
Went to Scunthorpe.
Yep.
Like, what was that like at Scunthorpe?
It was tough because I joined just before I'd been to Scotland, and that was like my
Hamilton.
Toughest. Yeah, that was my toughest. Like really, really tough. Like I really didn't enjoy that loan.
Why? What was so?
It was just so far away. It was straight off, you know, tearing my knee open and stuff.
Didn't feel up to the pace.
It just never felt like I really could get going. It was so far away from home.
But they play on Astro as well.
Yeah, Astro.
But that wasn't good for your knee either, was it?
Like I developed tendonitis and stuff like that, and it was really like, you know, like you just never feel you belong kind of thing. So that was tough. So then I got recalled from there, and then Keith Hill was the manager at Scunthorpe at the time, and he'd given me my debut at Rochdale. So he called and said, we want to take you on loan. That was when they were at the bottom of League 2 and stuff. And it was a similar sort of thing. Like I never really feel like I could. I never felt right again.
Yeah. Your body
kind of make things. Like my body just wasn't doing what I'd been able to do, kind of thing.
No, it's hard, isn't it? When again you know that you've got that ability, but your body's just not allowing to get there. And again, it's a great test of mindset for you as well, because again, it's full circle. You know, now your situation, you probably feel fit, strong, that confidence back.
And also, you're still so young. You have to remember that you're so young. You're 17, and you've been to 4 clubs now. Yeah. And all this. Let's talk about the styles of play. That would have been totally different from each club.
Each one.
So you've been at Rochdale, they play a bit of football.
And
then you go to Wolves, they play a bit of football. Ipswich play football, and then Scunthorpe might be a bit different because they're in a different league.
Relegation battle.
This is like, I'm
long
17.
Ball.
I've got to adapt to this. It's like.
Hamilton as well, obviously SPL, miles away, middle of nowhere, AstroTurf pitch.
So from 15 to 17, you've experienced 21 to maybe 23 players experience loans, injuries, like you've experienced it all in the space of 2 years, and you're still young. Do you know what I mean? It's scary, that.
It is. but it's great learning from you as well.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And that's why at the start of it, when I said like with a Macclesfield project for Macclesfield, even from you, that's why it's perfect. Because you for yourself, being selfish, this is like a platform where you can really kick on now and show everybody like, you know what, this is what I'm about. Because you've probably not been able to do that because of for whatever reason, which is exciting for you. I'm really excited for you because I think it'll be brilliant.
But you do learn a lot, like you said, like you shape, like, so you're 17 but your mind will be a lot older because you've gone through these experiences, so you already know what it feels like to self-doubt, not feel like you wanted, injuries, like you've already experienced this, and some players don't experience that until later. So it's as bad as it's a negative sometimes, like injuries and stuff, there's some positives.
Resilience.
You've that's resilience. So if you can get through all them periods from 15 to 17, and that's such a young age, you've got so much, you're so strong, like your mind, so you can achieve anything.
You're laughing, mate. I'm really excited for you. I think it'll be
100%.
come full circle. So then you leave Wolves.
I had another hammy, so before I left.
Okay.
So I come back from Scunthorpe and I had so before I went to Hamilton, I signed a year extension, so I had another year left.
Okay.
I was like, all right, this year.
Was that in the club's favour, by the way, or yours? Like an extension,
so they just offered.
Okay.
Just offered a year extension because I had missed time and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm buzzing, right? I've had a crap year. Like, let me really kick on. Like, this is let me stay at Wolves and like prove myself, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I stayed at Wolves, and then was playing here and there, nothing like major. Was like really trying to kick on. And then in the start of November, I block a cross and my hamstring just completely rips off the bone. Like we call it in football, we call it a 4C, and like you'll know how bad that is. Like that's as bad as it can get on the grade scale. So I had a 5 centimetre tear from where the tendon's supposed to join the bone to where the muscle was.
Wow.
So about like that big.
Yeah.
And it ended up actually getting misdiagnosed. So I went for an MRI and stuff. It got diagnosed as a 2A, which is not as bad. Adductor magnus injury.
Like 6 weeks.
Yeah, so like 6 weeks. So I'd rehab from that for like 5-6 weeks.
Wow.
Came back, we played Wolfsburg, came on for the last 30 minutes, like done all the rehab. And my hamstring just completely tightened up. So I was in no pain whatsoever. It was really weird. So after the game, I'm trying to like do leg extensions, and like I can't get past
a certain
like
point.
30 degrees. Like I couldn't move my leg. Physios were like, "Oh, you've done all the rehab, the scans show this, etc., etc." What came in on the Monday still wasn't right. Like I couldn't move my hamstring. So then they went over to like the first team building. They ultrasound my hamstring, and they like, Adductor magnus is fine here. Like, let's check his hammy. Couldn't find my semi-mem tendon, like just couldn't find it. Sent me for another MRI. They were like, you need surgery to probably play again.
I don't understand that. Like, how can they misdiagnose something? Like you said,
all the resources.
Oh, they got the gadgets. They got this. They got that, and that's such a vital time for you because you're ramped yourself up now, saying this is my year. I'm gonna go for it. Hammy, they tell you 6 weeks. You think, do you know what? It's not too bad. It could be worse.
Yeah.
To go from a 2A to a 4C. It's like, what the hell is going on here?
And even mindset wise, like you're setting yourself, all right, 6 to 8 weeks, that's the mindset.
You've got that already in your head. So it's like, I'll just box this off and I'm back.
I bet you felt let down as well.
It was tough because like I understand that people like I'm not gonna
human error.
Yeah, it's like,
but it's
stuff
not,
happens. That's what I mean. Stuff happens. Like it's just unfortunate for me. That was kind of how I viewed it. It wasn't their fault. That something must have happened. Like because we couldn't find a point in that 6 week rehab where I would have been able to do my hamstring that bad. So it kind of like pointed back that was the only moment in that original game when I could have done it. So I remember like when we settled the consultation with the surgeon on Zoom, because it was like right before Christmas and stuff. I was on the my missus was in the other room, and he ended it like after saying like, if you don't have this surgery, you're probably never going to play at like this professional level again. I was like, you don't have to have it but you basically have to have it. And I just broke down in tears for probably like half an hour straight, just crying. I was like, oh my god, like just broken. Ended up having the surgery on the 23rd of December, and then about 8 months until I finally got back to playing.
Wow, fair play to you. You've been through quite a lot.
Yeah,
but you know what it is? It's like, why me? You know that question there? That question leads to so many things. Like, why me? Why now? Like, I feel fit, I feel strong, I feel like this is it. Why now? Like, I've got to prove myself. And you feel like like, you've been out the game for so long, you think like, what's gonna happen now? Like,
Where's the turning point?
Yeah, like you're just going down and down.
Yeah.
But like I said, like football's a crazy sport, and no matter what you go through or how you go, if you just keep being consistent and just fighting and fighting, you'll end up somewhere. Like you'll find somewhere.
100%. You'll find a home. You've been through a lot, mate.
Yeah,
You've been through a lot. Like again, like the highs, the lows. We always say, don't we? Football's full of highs and lows, but what you've been through, even like injury wise, it's a lot for anybody.
This is why I love doing the podcast, because like you said, Ipswich people didn't know, but now they might know. Like this is why.
Clear it up.
Yeah, this is to clear it up. This is, and now you look at you now, fit, strong, ready. So
ready for the next challenge.
Everything's just a positive now.
That's where like as well, like you mature. It's like back at the time with Ipswich, you just want to like tell everyone like this is why I'm not playing. Whereas like now I'm older, you understand that really the only, it's people that you really need to know are your teammates, the people. Like there's some great fans out there, don't get me wrong, like unbelievable supporters who'll do anything. But there is another side of fans, and that's where it is tough. And I've matured to kind of like not worry so much about what
other people think.
What
it's a game of opinions, isn't it?
That's kind of like my development side of things as well.
Yeah, that's class that. Because without going through all this, you probably you might have not thought like this now.
Shapes you as a person.
Yeah, it does shape you.
Yeah.
These experiences.
And you've gone through so much, and you're still here playing and enjoying what you do. So it's a credit to you, because a lot of people are not like you. Some people might think, do you know what, forget this. This is too much. Like it can get too much for people, and it's not their fault. It's like they might not have the support around them. Like for you, you have your dad.
Yeah, brilliant network.
Network.
I think it's so key when you go through these things. Like even the positives, it's nice to have everyone around, but the negatives, the lows, that's when you need the
that's
people.
Right, and that's when you find out who's with you or not.
100%.
Yeah.
When it's sunshine and rainbows, everyone's around, aren't they? But when it's dark times, you find out who people, what really you mean to them and they mean to you.
Yeah.
So the loan stuff, you leave Wolves, and then you went on trial at Bolton, right? So again, full circle moment. You've got your move or whatever, and it's a rebuild. What was that like going on trial? Because that's totally different to what you've ever experienced before.
It was a weird one, because obviously my rehab had kind of like gone through the off season and pre-season. So my contract had ended, and Wolves like let me finish my rehab and stuff. So the start of their new pre-season,
you was there.
I was there with the 23s and stuff, like finalising my rehab. I actually played in a game against Stockport, which was brilliant of them to let me do.
That's fantastic.
And then they all went away. Obviously I couldn't go. Did like another few days there with like the fitness coach and stuff who stayed behind. And then decided to go away with my missus, and we're just like, it's been like 8 months of like brutality. Let me reset before I go again, kind of thing. So we went to Spain. Yeah, literally. So we went to Spain for like 3 days. On the Sunday night in the airport when we're flying back, my agent gives me a call and it's like, "Oh, Bolton B team want to come and have a look at you and like take you on trial. Like when are you available?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm literally flying back tonight. Like I'll come in the morning." So came in the morning and stuff, and that was like a bit of a weird experience for me, because I'd only ever known like people wanting me, kind of thing. Like people coming after me.
Yeah, correct.
So it was like, now I need to flip the switch and like I need them, kind of thing. So all right, I went in with like open arms and stuff, and like open mindset. I was like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, kind of thing. Like it's not where I want to be. I don't want to be playing for Bolton B team. But I'm more. I want to take that. Use that as a stepping stone to get to the Bolton's first team. Definitely. So I went on trial and stuff, did well, signed a B team contract at the time. And kind of like integrated slowly into the first team, like came on in the checker trade, started in the checker trade, was involved in squads and stuff. And then by like mid-October, start of November, like fully promoted into the first team dressing room and stuff, signed a contract extension in December, and it was like, all right, like,
it's getting going now.
Let's kick on, kind of thing. So that was kind of like that first few months at Bolton.
What was Bolton like overall as a club?
Did you enjoy it? Like really good club. Like anyone there will tell you they're not where they want to be. They're a much bigger club than League One. Like they're going to get promoted this year probably. They should have got promoted in the past few years. Like, it's a really good team. But it was one of them experiences where for me it was where I kind of rebuilt myself from a selfish perspective. So they kind of gave me a platform where there was no pressure on this kid that needs to. He doesn't like. I was still like 20. There's no pressure on him coming into this first team starting. you can integrate slowly kind of thing.
It's like a plan.
Do you know what I mean?
What you wanted.
Plan,
It's what you wanted from the start.
Like they said at the start, like, yeah, you're going to sign for the B team, but if you can get in kind of thing.
It's not like a dead end, like you just B team.
Yeah, like then it was like on me. Do you know what I mean? So
performance related.
If you do well here, there is that you can get in.
That's brilliant. It's exactly what you want.
I ended up getting in and stuff, and it was good at the start. Yeah.
And you went on a few loans while you was there. You went to Ireland.
Yeah, I went to Ireland in the January. It was tough because I'd moved. I was part of the first team at the point, so they were like, I wanted to go out on loan to play because I wasn't really playing, and B team didn't really have a fixed schedule. So it was like one game every 6 weeks.
And they would play the same teams, don't they, and stuff. Tough. Yeah, it's tough that.
So I wanted to go on loan, and they kind of said no at the time because it was the right wing back and then me, because another lad who could play there had gone away to the Asia Cup with Australia.
Okay.
So if anything had happened, they were like, we need you kind of thing.
No backup.
So all right, brilliant, like that makes sense, like kind of thing. And then at the end of Jan, they brought in a lad from Liverpool who played right back, and I was like, damn, like, like things start creeping in again.
To two behind.
So I was like, and then the gaffer pulled me on his first day and was like, you've done absolutely nothing wrong. Like, don't worry about it at all. It doesn't say anything about you. We just want, this is a chance for you to now go out on loan. Yeah. So I was like, all right, brilliant. Like, that makes sense. Obviously, because it was so late in the Jan, most clubs in England kind of done their business and stuff. Yeah. So that's why the Ireland transfer window was a little bit different. Ended up going out there. So went out to Bowes. Absolutely loved it out there. Like, it doesn't get the credit it deserves over there.
In terms of what, like standards,
the standard, the league, the fan base. Like Bowes, there's like a waiting list for season tickets and stuff like that. Like Daily Mount sells out every week. Like the rivalries are like, like
proper rivalries, like Rangers and Celtic rivalries.
I seen a video on social media recently, like I think that was Bohemians, like where they throw in like flares and stuff.
I remember I signed and they had a game on Friday night and I'm watching it and there's like flares being thrown on the pitch and the AstroTurf is burning. I was like, oh my god, what have I got myself into? But no, I loved it.
You love your time,
the people there was, like lived with another lad over there. There was a guy called Brian, and Brian and Jane and his mum Etna, who like looked after us and stuff, and I can't like thank them enough.
It's amazing
that cooked dinner and stuff for us while we were there. And like loved my time there, and it was brilliant.
That's brilliant. No, it's nice to hear, like, again, tough times, like you're starting to, you can see yourself like rebuilding. It's great, isn't it?
It's all experience, doesn't it?
What's your like aspirations now, like going forward? Like if you could think of, and obviously you want to get back to where you was, but like what's in your mindset for the next year, 2 years? What do you?
I just want to play football. I just want to have a consistent like period of playing men's football again, and just being able to like play. Like, it's been so long since like last season I didn't play at all. Like, I just want to play footy again.
Football,
just the love of the game, innit? That's all. Any boy who wants, who's been around football, you're happiest when you're playing. Like nothing, like everything can be going on at home. Like you could be having a bad time, but when you're on that pitch, you just forget everything. Like the only thing you focus on is the game, which is football is amazing for that. And it's like it's a language, innit? Like
universal as well, all over the world.
And I bet you've met some amazing people.
Like friends for life in football. Like you all know yourself. Like you meet people that you never would think you even come into contact. Like it's a family. Like it's like this family within football. Like everyone plays for different teams, but everyone looks out for each other.
Definitely.
Kind of thing.
We'll do some little quick fire questions now.
Okay.
We'll go best player played with and best player played against. If you could give us, I know what names he's gonna throw out here now. He'll be throwing all sorts of names.
He's always throwing out Cole, James McAtee.
Now, with was probably Yunus Musa at the time. I thought he was unbelievable with England, like just a special talent. And then probably again it's probably Pogba. Pogba started that game, so Pogba.
That's mad.
It's not a bad player played against, is it?
No, that's all.
It's mad that. Best manager you played for, and that might be tough for you. That might be hard because they're all unique in a certain way.
I'd probably say BBM or Keith, just because what they did for me when I was so young. Like I played under so many people who've been amazing for me and looked out for me. But what
both on and off the pitch.
What they did for me, like Keith gave me that first platform, which he didn't have to do. He could have brought on someone older, and he like really allowed me to. To experience it so young, and then Bri obviously was who I broke in under, so they just allowed me to start.
Yes. So do you know, like, you've had all these experiences, like what you've been through, and ups, downs, positives, negatives. For your younger self, 15-year-old Luke, what advice would you give to like an academy player or someone in your shoes who's maybe on the verge of doing what you did, going into that breakthrough moment for them? What advice would you have for them?
I'd say, like, don't have your mindset on this journey, because everyone, like, my difference is different to your journey. Your journey is different to someone else's. Like, everyone's journey is different, and it's not just going to be this hill that's just going up and up. You're going to have something that, you know, it's been worse for me than it has for other people. That doesn't mean to say for other people, when they've gone through their tough times, it's not absolutely killed them. So just enjoy the good moments and don't let the bad ones bring you down too much, because football is a funny old game and things always come back around.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I love that.
It is. It's been a brilliant episode, mate. It has. It's been fantastic. We appreciate you.
Thanks for
you coming on. Damani always likes. Well, we always like to end the episode with a question. It does get people sometimes, but the way this lad spoke today, I don't think he's going to catch this lad out. Do you? Go on, D.
What has football taught you?
I think it's taught me a lot about myself and who I am as a person. It's taught me to not be so reliant on myself, because a lot of people use football as a getaway. So, like, you know, training, you don't think about anything else. You just think about an hour and a half. So it's kind of taught me that you got to have a life away from football. You've got to do other things. Like, I started a degree, like things like that. Brilliant. You've got to have. You can't live for football. Football, it's brilliant. You know, every little boy wants to be a footballer, but that's not your life. That doesn't make you who you are. You're not the person. Yeah, you're not that person on that pitch. Yeah. Like, that is a part of you. Yes, it's a brilliant part of you, but that doesn't define who you are. Who you are is who you are off the pitch. I'd say that's probably what's taught me.
What an answer. Look at this guy.
Is he goosebumps here.
Has he been watching more than a match or something? He's
you had to ban it too fast, didn't you?
Mate,
it's been an amazing episode, and I credit to you because you've been through so much.
You have, mate.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you can voice and share your moments with people, because they might not know about you.
You know what, mate? You've gained a supporter anyway. I'm well on board, mate, and I wish you the best of luck, mate, in rebuilding. You're gonna smash it, mate. Like, even your enthusiasm, and it's gonna be a fantastic year for you. And I wish you the very best. And thank you so much
for having me.
For joining us, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. It's been unreal, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed this one. Hopefully, you guys, the audience, enjoy this one. Get in the comments, as always. We're all in the comments, replying. We really appreciate another fantastic episode of More Than a Match. Like, comment, and subscribe.